Hello there. It looks like we're going live now. So I just wanted to say hello and welcome to our spotlight session. This evening's spotlight session is on feeling fulfilled, not fried. So let's just talk for a little bit about what it might feel like if you were in a position where you hold on, let me get my notes up here so I can see what I'm talking about. If you've ever had one of those mornings, days, weeks where you wake up with just a real heaviness that you can't quite explain. So it's like everything looks fine on paper, but for some reason, something inside of you feels off. Well, this chat this evening is for you. I want you to listen and see if maybe this is going to explain how you've been feeling lately. And that was kind of the way I was this last Sunday. I didn't really have any deadlines, and there was no crisis really going on, anything like that. But I just woke up with this heaviness on my chest, and I, I, I do have clinical depression, so that's something that I've been dealing with for a number of years. And so there are times in life when things just happen like that. Um, and I remember back when I was working, and I would have those days where I did, there was a lot going on, yes. Um, but I just would be feeling not my best, feeling down and just feeling this heaviness. And I would work like crazy to overcome it, to push it aside, to not really take time to pause and to pay attention. And I've learned that that is really the best way for you to deal with that heaviness. It's something that you don't want to just push aside because then you can keep yourself super busy and you are always on the go. You're trying to do things that keep you from thinking about it, and it can really bring on a lot of exhaustion, especially those of us who are in midlife and maybe a little even beyond that midlife. We get to the point where we are just doing so many things for other people, and we are not necessarily tuning into our own needs. And we really feel like we don't have time to do that, or we aren't really prepared to do that. I was talking to someone today, and he told me, he says, I probably need to deal with some of this stuff, but I don't know that I'm ready. And when we are in a space where we're carrying all this heaviness over and over, year after year after year, it can really weigh you down. And you can just become exhausted, tired, fried. You're just fried, and you really don't want to deal with it any longer, but you haven't really put things in place to be able to kind of observe, to see how you're going to shift things. You've just been kind of avoiding it. And I don't know if that's you. If it is, let me know. You can put it in the comments if you want to. Um, when you feel like you're already over capacity, and even one little thing that happens in life can put you over the edge. And so let's just do a little bit of a check in. And I'm just curious right now, for those of you who are listening, maybe you're watching the replay. Um, have you ever felt that way? Are you feeling fried right now, lately? There's just something in there that's going on, and you're just feeling fried. You're just feeling overloaded with whatever it might be. And you can drop a word or two in the chat. You can just write it in your journal. It could be that you are in one of those phases where you're just going all different directions, just over functioning, trying to compensate for, whatever it is that might be bothering you. Maybe it's a relationship you're in that is draining you, and it's not really one that you can just walk away from. Or maybe it's just the constant pace of everyday life and the things that you've chosen to spend your time doing. I mean, I think that was kind of my issue on Sunday. We had been busy over the weekend with a craft show that we did, and I've got some other things in the works that I work on, behind the scenes. And I just really had to take some time over the weekend to just accept it, to observe it, to see what was going on, to quit adding more things to my to-do list and start naming what it was that was causing me to kind of lose my grip, and to feel out of sync with the way I really wanted to feel. So I'd like for you to do the same thing. If there's something going on, just name it. Put a name to it, write it down in your notes, put it in the back of your head, write it in the comments if you want to. So I want you to just think about what's going on. We just talked a little bit about some things that could cause us to feel fried, not fulfilled, but fried, just fried. And I want you to think, if nothing in your circumstances changes. So let's say it is a relationship, or let's say it's a project you're working on, or it is a situation that you find yourself in this season of life. What would have to happen for you to feel fulfilled in what you're doing in the middle of all that? So instead of feeling fried, what is it you think would need to happen for you to feel a little bit better about what's going on around you? What is something that you need? So let's think about that. Maybe you need more breathing room in your day. Maybe you feel like you want to have a deeper connection with God, or you want permission to just walk away or put down something that has really been weighing on you a lot lately, and you're just having a hard time. Those heavy things that you're not able to let go are what add to that feeling of being fried, or just overloaded, or on the edge, or you're about ready to explode, or you're wanting to just sit down and cry for a couple of days. And this chat was for us to kind of name what it is, not to be able to fix it right now, but just to name what it is, and you can drop it in the chat if you want to, um, or not. You can message me if you'd like to, but I want you to think about it. If you are in a season where you're either in transition, maybe you're in an empty nest right now, or you're a caregiver for someone and their needs are getting increasingly more labor intensive. Maybe you're someone that's in the middle of a career change, or you want a career change, or there's just this really vague restlessness that's going on. I want you to know that you're not falling apart. You're not failing. You're just feeling a little heavy right now. And there's nothing wrong with that. And, you know, you're just needing space to figure out what needs to change so that you can feel more fulfilled even in the midst of what's going on around you, even when there's things that you absolutely can't change. But you can change how you are responding to each of these situations. And you are allowed to be in between, uncertain, not clear on what the next step is going to be, without feeling down, depressed, um, feeling overwhelmed. It's okay to be in the in between. And I think sometimes that's what makes us feel fried is we're not comfortable with the in between, with the not knowing. And so I would love to share with you something new that I've been posting in the group. If you go to the events section and you events page, and there is what's called the Clarity Circle. And it's a 60-minute open session. And it's something you can sign up for. It's not something we're going to do live in the group. It's something I've opened up for people, 1 to 4 people to come in, to talk, to spend some time with me and with other people that have similar things going on, and just enjoy your time and talk about things that might be that you just want to talk out, you want to work through. And there are some things that we are going to focus on in these sessions. We're going to help you resolve maybe some issues that you're are tugging you in different ways, or maybe shift those feelings where you're feeling stuck, or maybe even it's just some of those things that yeah, you know what's going on, but you're not exactly sure what the next step needs to be. I'd like to invite you to join me for one of these sessions. And so I will put the link down in the comments for you to sign up if you'd like to join me. And these sessions are just to kind of bring up some things that you might be dealing with and offer some solutions or some alternatives or some strategies. So, thank you very much for joining. For those of you who are watching live, or those of you who maybe are watching the replay, um, and just let me know if there's anything that I can do to help you and to support you along the way.